So this week, children will be heading back to school, and while this may be a relief for a number of parents, the conundrum, however, is about how to fill those school lunch boxes with, what do we put in there? How do we keep our kids healthy? But don't worry, today we have Jenny Morris in studio, and she'll share with us a few easy and exciting lunchbox ideas. Jenny, welcome back.
Thank you, darling.
To ETV News. It's always exciting having you in studio because the whole energy of the studio, the team, the technical team, all gets really excited to be with you. I'm actually going to take off my glasses because I want to see exactly what's going on here. This is quite a spread. So it's the first day, and I imagine that if you have a child that's going to grade 1, right, you need to start them right from the very beginning, what goes in there, and they need to start building up some of those habits. And you've got a few tips and tricks?
I do. You know what the thing is, think about grade 1, think about small children. They need to eat things that are recognizable to them. So rather, I always say, put stuff into the lunchbox that they recognize, but just change it up a little bit, because I'm telling you, after 6 months, after a month, they're really starting to get bored.
Yeah.
So what I've done is I've just put together bread. Bread is the staff of life, and anybody can tell you what they like.
Of course.
Bread.
I'm all about bread.
Me too.
Yes.
So what we're doing is we're just taking bread and turning it into magic. So we're taking the ordinary and turning it into something a little bit extraordinary. Okay.
That's exciting.
Yeah.
It's better than the baloney and
Yes.
acha that we used to get. Let's see.
Put some cheese with that. Acha.
That was good. It was good.
So what I've done here is, this is one of my favorite salmis. I'm assuming that you are going to taste.
Of course.
You know that honey and oat loaf. It's beautiful. It's lovely toasted. So what I've done is, my fingers love my face.
It's sweet.
That is just got honey and peanut butter on it. But then what I've done is, it's almost like a baklava. It's like a dessert, you know. And I've just put some toasted pumpkin seeds on it, so it's extremely healthy. And peanut butter is full of protein. It's really, really delicious. And then the other thing that I have done here is, this is what I call, this is my sami lolly. So it's like a rainbow sandwich. It has got brown bread and white bread, and it's got cheese and tomato, and it's got some cream cheese instead of butter, because what I find in summer, especially when the weather's hot, the butter tends to melt, or the margarine.
Yes.
So what I've done is I've taken cream cheese and I put it there.
Nice.
Okay.
To hold it together.
That's it.
That looks like fun for the kids, because that looks like they can help you put that together as well, and,
yes.
and they'd have a lot of fun with deciding what goes next.
And that you can make the night before, just make sure it's nice and airtight and wrap it.
That's stunning.
And then what I've done here is I have made, I'm going to quickly jump to this side now. Kids eat sushi these days.
They do, yeah.
You know, so these are
Is that a little sushi sami?
This is like a little sushi roll. This one's got cucumber and smoked trout. It's for the older child, and cream cheese.
Oh,
look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? And if you really want to bluff them, you could put a sheet of nori in it, or you could make them like a little California roll. You can do it this way.
Look at that.
Isn't that beautiful? Oh, this is from a slice of bread.
That's amazing. And this is just normal brown bread.
Yes.
Look at that. I'm going to just take
Please
a closer
eat.
look.
And you can bite it.
I'm going to take a little bit of a closer look.
It wants to be kissed.
Look at that.
By you.
Look at it.
Hey,
Isn't that
isn't
amazing?
that good? And now look at this one. So these are like little sushi salmis. This one has got a bit of salami stick. It's got cream cheese. It's got cheese in it.
I was wondering why you had the sticks there.
Yes, because also sometimes it's nice to just pack it out like that. This is just a bit of ham. This one you can go this way if you want to. And
I love the way you've rolled them, because
it's easy.
but also it looks exciting. I remember when I was growing up, you know, you knew exactly what you were going to get in the lunchbox. It was almost always peanut butter and jam, and it was, and you knew if it was peanut butter and jam, it's that time of the month when, you know, mom's not trying to work very hard.
Yes.
And it was so boring, you know.
But there is so much that you can do. Now we're going to go for something a little bit sweet. I'm making some little mice here. We'll talk about the cheese board in a minute.
Because, and let's talk about these mice, because I can't imagine ever feeding a child a radish and them being really excited to eat a radish.
Very delicious. I promise you. Look at this. You just slice off the bottom, and then you cut them in half and use it as little ears.
Oh, sweet.
And you just sort of jam it into there. Okay. And take a couple of cloves and make eyes.
Oh,
just make some
adorable.
eyes. Isn't that gorgeous? And it just puts it into a different light. If they don't eat radish, they might just be tempted to try it.
To eat some mouse.
Yes, yes. So they might Yeah, eat a mouse.
And the thing is, it's lacquer because then what you've got is they go to school with this little radish, that's a
Yes.
mouse, and they talk to their friends, and their
Yes.
friends come home, and there's a whole
Interaction.
healthy eating interaction that's taking
That's
place.
it.
That's lovely.
And then with this, I've just put a few little black sesame seeds
Ooh.
that you can sort of, if you really want to kind of
Let
sushi
me
it up.
take my little bits and
Yeah,
pieces
take
off
it
here.
like, no, it's fine, darling. That really was
Look
for you.
at that.
So that's that. And then what I've done here is I've made some trees, cauliflower trees.
Look at that.
Cauliflower trees and some hummus. Kids love hummus.
I was going to ask about the hummus because I think the cauliflower tree cute, but it might scare some kids. They can still see. I know what this is, Mama. You trying to trick me?
Mama trick you, Mama give you
Yes.
biscuits, Mama give you something sweet. Eat the tree.
Eat the tree. Eat the
But
tree.
yes, you give them a thing like that and a little Tupperware and just have that.
Look at that.
Isn't that cute?
That's cucumber and carrot.
Yes,
With some
something
hummus.
really nice and tasty to eat. Is it nice, baby? This one is a little Swiss roll. Once again, just taking bread that we all have and rolling it. Enjoy it. Take no notice of anybody. So what we do is we just roll it. Let me just give it a little cut over here. So you can either give them the whole thing like that, or you can just pack them small. Look,
Is that chocolate?
chocolate Swiss roll, yeah, made with bread. But my piece de resistance is cannoli.
You're kidding me.
This is a bread cannoli.
So please show this to the camera because when I walked in and I saw this, I'm talking with a
looking.
full mouth on national television, but when
That's
I
all
walked in
right.
and I saw this, I thought, oh no, that must be some sweet little confectionery. And I took a closer look and listen, it's a slice of white bread.
Yes.
Look really, really closely. It's
Not
amazing.
just any bread,
That's
it's
just a slice of white bread.
delicious
You need to
bread.
talk us through how you did that. That's
All right.
amazing.
So all you do is you remove the crusts from the bread and don't throw them away. Eat them. Put them in the freezer.
Yeah.
Thicken soups and make meatballs and things like that.
Yeah.
And then just roll the bread out nice and flat.
Okay.
And then take chocolate spread. Just spread it all over, and then what you're doing is you're not rolling it this way. You're making a triangle.
You're rolling it from the triangle
From the
up.
triangle.
Yes, from the
You
corner
can-
up.
From that, and then you just take a little bit of the chocolate spread and draw some little brown lines, and then tip it into some nice toasted seeds.
That's beautiful. It's
So,
gorgeous.
Yeah, so that's something sweet, and like this one with the oat and honey bread, which I love. That's like eating a little health bar, actually.
Well, that's what I said. I said that reminds, it's the peanut butter and jam that we all
Yes.
grew up with, but it's got a twist.
It's got a twist.
really, it's funky, man. It's millennial. Then you've got, of course, there's the balance, right?
Yes.
And I know you're going to start getting into some of the other things, but there's
Yes.
the balance. I think
Yes.
that's where a lot of parents start to freak out,
Yes.
right? You want to give them the veggies, you want to give them, but what goes where? How much of what?
Well, the thing is, I would say that if you give them 75% healthy,
Yeah.
and 25% treat, think about it. You eat 1,000 meals a year, 10 bad ones ain't going to kill your kids, I
That's
promise
true.
you. So we need a little bit of sugar in our life. We need bread in our life. We need lots of fruit. Now, I say take the seasons and embrace them. So what I've done, it's stone fruit season. I'm very sad it's almost coming to an end
Yeah.
now. But look at this. This is the perfect size. This nectarine for a child's
Yes.
lunchbox. There's no waste. I've got this one. Maybe this one you're going to send to high school.
Yeah, that's too big.
Do you see what I'm saying? But for a little baby,
A grade one
this
little
is
boy
it.
is not going
This
to
is
finish that,
perfect.
yeah.
And plums.
Yeah.
We've got beautiful plums. As I say, the stone fruit, feel that.
Yeah.
It's nice and firm,
Oh,
but
that's
it's
solid.
ripe. It can't
Yes.
get squashed.
Right.
It's not like a banana.
Right.
You know?
That's the biggest turn off when you open that lunchbox and that
Yes.
banana's in there. It's brown and squished. It's
Take
horrible.
it home and make banana bread.
There you, okay, she's
So
got a plan for everything.
What I like to do is I like to extend the stone fruit season in my home.
Yes.
This is a smoothie made with cling peaches. Taste it.
Made with?
Peaches.
Okay.
I've used the cling peaches. I've used honey. I've used yogurt. There's all
Oh
good
my
stuff.
goodness,
Isn't that fresh and fab?
That is
And you
fresh.
freeze it.
I was about to say I'd freeze it.
And
I'd freeze it.
And you can
Yeah.
have stone fruit all year round, quite frankly. Make little plastic bags like that.
You could make a little
Is
adult
it good?
cocktail out of that as well.
How do I put something spiritual in it?
Something spiritual. Listen, Jenny, thank you so much for speaking to us. Where do we go for more of these ideas? Because these are absolutely fabulous.
Well, you could follow me on Instagram if you wouldn't mind. I have
Yeah.
lots of ideas on there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, thank you so much. Every time you come in here, look at them. The whole crew. You can't see the crew, the floor manager, the cameraman. They're all just waiting for us to wrap up so they can dig in. But thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Always a pleasure having you in studio, Jenny Morris. Get on Twitter, share your thoughts with what we have put together. Tweet at ETV News SA. That's where we wrap.